Hello and good evening, fellow pals and gals of the figure world, and of course the YouTube universe. It is everybody's favorite figure collecting Lobo here, and of course we are back once again with another exciting episode of Figure Friday. Yes, that's right, folks, and of course, as you can see, it is that special time of the week where we spend some quality time together and basically nerd out about all things figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia related of all kinds, shapes, colors, sizes, the works. And of course, all of that will be viewed right here on this channel. And again, we're not only coming at you live from TikTok, but also from my YouTube channel as well. And I do hope that you guys are enjoying the content that I have been putting out because, again, you guys are the heart and soul of each of these channels. And again, I can't thank you enough for all the support. But of course, before the holiest moments, before we can get into the nitty gritty of tonight, if you haven't already, please do me a favor and grab yourself maybe something to drink, a snack if you want to, or if you haven't had dinner yet, please, for the love of all things holy, have some food, okay? Because I really don't need you guys going hungry on me because that would really, really put a damper on my day, okay? I would have a dark cloud over my head and I would be very upset. So please, do that for me. And no need to worry about me because I actually just finished having my dinner not too long ago. It was delicious. And of course, I have some tea right here. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, again, go and help yourself. Please go get that. Remember to stay hydrated. And of course, again, if you guys worked today, I hope you guys went to work. I hope you smashed it. I hope you get that paycheck. Or if you're working on a paycheck, please be patient, really. LD Missy, yes, good evening, yes, hello, and good evening, yes, how do you do? Yes, hello. Kenny, I see you there. Chelsea, good evening to you both as well. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I did have work today. Thankfully, though, I am off tomorrow. So happy, so happy. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, okie dokie. You guys good? Because I want to make sure that's good before we continue. Now, again, before I forget, just in case, the COVID, it is still very real out there, folks. So please remember to maintain the safety protocols because, again, it's very real, very dangerous. Remember, 6 feet apart, wear your face mask, and even if you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, folks, please. I mean, just it's not for you. It's for the people around you, because I know they say that the vaccine is supposed to help you or that it's gonna brainwash you or something or whatever. But for God's sakes, just do that for me, okay? Please and thank you. But with that being said, folks, we have hit that 3-minute marker, so we are gonna go ahead and get started. I want to say hello and welcome back for those who are just joining us on this fine Friday evening. Or if you're going to be watching this as a highlight, welcome as well. To the folks on TikTok, remember to share this live, so that, we're able to bring more people into the pack, more into the wolf pack, to the fold. And again, I invite you to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take a deep breath, and let it out. Because again, as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Now, I want to start off by saying, I know it seems kind of early for Halloween, but honestly, if you think about it, I mean, every day is Halloween or just one day closer to Halloween, if you think about it. So tonight we're actually introducing 2 new Funkos from the Funko family from the world of movies, more specifically the Tim Burton movie era. So try not to get too spooked, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, that was probably terrible. So, with that being said, folks, tonight's terrifying tale is actually about a man and man's best friend. Now, the only reason I say that is because the first guest we are introducing is actually, at first, the only reason that sets him apart from everyone else is because he felt an emptiness growing inside of his bones. So, with that being said, ladies and gents, give a big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Jack Skellington. Yes, that's right, folks. The Pumpkin King has graced us with the honor of his company and presence this fine Friday evening. And of course, he has brought with him a spooky story. Let me just get him out of there. This was also another one that I scored at my last Comic-Con excavation, and of course, you can probably see the special design on him because I was perplexed with a very hard decision to make. I liked this one mainly because it kind of gives a nod to his retro look, and of course, there's a special design on his face, which of course you guys probably saw that, which is good. But let's talk a little history about Mr. Skellington here. So he is the patron spirit of Halloween, portrayed as being on par with Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny within his own holiday. And as a living skeleton, however, he is supernatural and he can remove parts of his body without harm, and is often demonstrated for comic relief. Uh, he is also the most important of many other Halloween spirits, with the implication that their job is to scare people in the real world, especially on Halloween night. And the other variation of him, known as the Pumpkin King, however, which of course is known as Jack as the Pumpkin King, and Master of Ceremonies, is in charge of Halloween Town's Halloween celebration and jubilee. He is loved, respected, and even idolized by the other residents for his role. But over time, over the many Halloween nights and spooky celebrations, he's actually grown weary of celebrating the same holiday endlessly over and over. And in doing so, he develops a depression about it. So one morning, after his usual annual celebration, Jack actually enters a forest containing other portals to other worlds that are basically themed by other holidays. And that in that moment is actually when he discovers Christmas Town. And he decided that this new experience is what his life was actually missing. So doing that, he actually made preparations for his own Christmas celebration to bring to his town of Halloween. And he wanted to impersonate Santa Claus in the real world because he felt that he could actually bring that sort of stipulation not only to the Halloween side, but also to the Christmas side. So Jack, he in the beginning, he didn't really understand the true spirit of Christmas as much as he researched it and did experiments on everything. Halloween Town, however, actually planned to give the holidays a sort of macabre makeover, if you will. And when one of the other citizens, known as Sally, she actually revealed to Jack that she had a very bad premonition. But Jack, hello Vang, V, how you doing? But Jack's basic nature is impulsiveness, which is kind of the one thing that sort of blinded him to the awful premonition that Sally would have. So he doesn't really seem to register any contradictory information, which is why his impulsiveness was blinding him. And by the end of the film, however, he noticed that Sally and her determination to help him was actually the very thing, was actually trying to tell him the truth about why he shouldn't have done what he did to both Halloween and Christmas. Good. Hey, it's good to see you too. Really, I appreciate you for dropping by. Thanks for coming. Really, I appreciate the company. Oh yeah, and he actually proves that love can also be part of his nature by calling Sally his dearest friend and telling Sally that they were meant to be together. He embraces his new future with her, and he decided to remember who he was, which was Jack the Pumpkin King, the King of Halloween, and not Santa Claus. So, in the wake of that decision, he was able to kick that part of his life and take on the true mantle of the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. So, oh my goodness. But with that being said, I actually find out some pretty interesting facts about him. Now, they kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't know that stuff like this had existed. For example, did you guys know that the music composer Danny Elfman was actually the singing voice for Jack Skellington? I kid you not. I thought it was somebody else who actually sung for him, but no, that was Danny Elfman. Goodness gracious. Oh. Oof. Jack and Sally. No, you got one right. That is Jack. Like I said, you got one right. VC. Here's Jack. That's the one you got right. Don't worry, he's not alone. Don't worry. Oh yeah, another interesting fact that I found out about him. Yeah, he sang and the vampire. Oh yeah. He did the vampire voice. It was the tall vampire, wasn't it? Because I remember it was one. I couldn't remember if it was the tall one or the chunky one. But oh yeah, another interesting fact that I found out about Jack is that the team that had created and sculpted Jack Skellington, they actually made over 400 heads with different expressions on his face. But that was only because there was all stop motion, so they really had to have a number of infinite expressions for his facial features. The actor did a oh, okay. The actor did a vampire movie. Really? God dang, I didn't know that. Thank you. What was I? Okay, and probably the coolest fact and the most interesting is that Jack Skellington. I don't know if you guys noticed it in these other movies, but he had several cameos in the other movies, such as Beetlejuice, Coraline, James and the Giant Peach, Sleepy Hollow, and crap, what was that last one? Oh, Alice in Wonderland. That's what it was. That's what it took me a minute because I couldn't remember because I in order to remember it, I had to remember the saying, "We're all mad in this particular place." But yeah. Okie dokie. So before we move on, I have to get another swig. Okay. All right. You guys good? You guys good before we continue? Okay. So next up, since we've introduced the man, we're going to be introducing Mr. Skellington's most loyal companion and actual best friend who stuck by his side no matter what. And just like any other loyal pup would do, even if he's a ghost. So, ladies and gents, give another big Wolfpack welcome to Zero. Yes, that's right, folks. The happy ghost lucky pup has hounded his way into tonight's episode, making his debut as always. And of course, he hasn't really, he brought with him more than a bone, but a story. Now, I kid you not, he actually brought a bone. Because he actually brought the rib bone that Jack threw him. Bam. You guys a look-see at him. There you go. Back it up. There you go. I take it you like Zero V? Is that it? Well, that's good because I do too. One of my favorite Disney pups. Now, so again, Zero is Jack's dog. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack's ghost dog, who, as you guys probably guessed, has a glowing pumpkin nose, which glows kind of a yellowish, orangish color, which is an obvious Halloween pun of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And Zero actually helps guide his master, Jack Skellington, through the fog during that night on Christmas Eve when he decided to take flight into his destination, which was to give presents to the boys and girls of, the town or the human world. And he... Okay, and again, he has a glowing pumpkin nose who helps him to guide through that fog, which is pretty thick, I ain't gonna lie. Which, the terrible thing that I found out about it was that it was Sally's fault, but, she only did that because of the premonition, And she, even though the military saw Jack as a threat, even though they blew him out of the sky, both he and Zero both finally... made their way back to Halloween Town in order to save Santa and Sally, in order to restore things back to normal. Now, I know it seemed like kind of a short, history lesson about him, but sadly, there wasn't really a lot to tell. But there is a pretty interesting fact that I want to share with you guys. Yes, I mean, good. I'm glad that you like him because, again, Zero is one of my favorite Disney pups because he's a pup of few words, And of course, again, I just want to refer back to Jack because you guys probably guessed the design right here is his dog, Zero. That's one of the special editions that I like about. That's one of the reasons why I like this one because it pays homage to Zero himself. LD Missy, thank you so much for the roses. Appreciate you. Love you. Okay. So if you guys didn't know, when Zero is happy, he can actually wag his tail or flip in circles happily, do somersaults. And this wasn't really proven, but they say that Zero was actually based on the physiology of a Dachshund pup. Well, not a pup, but a Dachshund doll. So now I know that most people stipulate like who both Jack and Zero were in when they were living. However, there was actually a fan theory. I don't think if I believe it, but you guys might. But in a way, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. There's actually a fan theory that both Jack and Zero were actually the Grinch and his dog Max after they passed away. Because if you think about it, because think about it, the Grinch and Zero, I'm sorry, and Max, they pass away in their Christmas costumes, right? And if you think about it, when their bodies wither away, what's left? The skeleton, right? And the smiling skeleton, right? And because they say that because he died in the Santa outfit, that's when Jack Skellington was born. Because that was again, this was in a different fan theory, so they say that that's why he woke up in the costume of Santa Claus, because he felt that that's what he needed, that he was missing. Christmas. And again, everybody's free to believe their own things. I'm just saying it kind of makes sense, but that's just me. That's just me, folks. Do I believe it? Probably not, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, goodness. It's never too early for Halloween, Shells. No, I see. That is awesome. Yes, Willow, thank you. Thank you so much. She just wanted her boo thing saved. Can you blame a girl? Well, no, I can't blame Sally. I know her intentions were good. She was trying to save Jack. Unfortunately, his impulsiveness just didn't allow for her to get through to him, really. Go to the hunt with me this year. You will love it. Kenny, where is that going to be at? Is it going to be where was that one time you told me? Because I don't remember. You'll have to tell me, because I forget things. I do. Oh my goodness. But yeah. With that being said, folks, I am going to go ahead and end the streams right here. There was one that says Jack and Zero could be Scaps and Victor from the Corpse Bride. So that is also another theory, that Jack and Zero could be, Scaps and Victor from the Corpse Bride. Really, that is a good observation. There was also another fan theory that if you've seen the movie Frankenweenie, they say that that's also that's also Zero. As for the kid, I don't know if that's Jack, because the kid would have to grow up older and eventually pass. But who knows? Who knows? It could be. It could not be. Who knows? The world is full of fan theories. Who knows? Same place, first weekend in October. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take a peek at it, Kenny. I'll take a look at it. I'll look it up. Really, thank you so much for the information. But yeah, from here, folks, I'm going to be shooting over to my Twitch to do some gameplay. Not really sure what, but hey, I hope you guys will follow me over. Feel free to hit that subscribe button when it does appear here, and of course, feel free to sample these pair of fine videos also when they do appear. I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another riveting episode. And of course, as always, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves. Love you guys very much. And as always, peace.